Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos with a dozen games on the NBA slate for you this evening. And despite the fact that I am traveling for the holidays, I have not forgotten about all the faithful Sportsbook Review visitors out there. And I have several plays for tonight's NBA slate. And the first one of the earlier contests between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers here from TD Garden, where the Sixers come in as a 10.5 point underdog in this one, total of about 199.5. Now, the Celtics obviously have dominated these meetings in the past. However, despite the fact that the Celtics are once again playing well this season, the Sixers have not looked bad in their last two games. In fact, they've been leading in the fourth quarter of their last two against the Miami Heat and the Minnesota Timberwolves. If it wasn't for some last-second Heat runs and some fantastic play by Andrew Wiggins, the Sixers might have had two wins already coming into this game. However, still looking for their first. And even though tonight I do not think they will get it, I also think that because of the fact that they have covered their last two and looked really good doing it, I think they can cover for the third straight game in a row. And I am taking the points with Philadelphia in this one. Now, the Celtics have obviously been good on defense this season. However, in their last two games, looked really, really bad, giving up an average of 116 points per game in their last two games, coming off of a 121-point blowout loss to the Atlanta Hawks last night. And if that carries over into tonight, especially off the back-to-back, where we're starting to probably see some of these teams get a little tired on the second half of a back-to-back, Sixers, not crazy to think that they could be a pretty good play here at plus 10.5. A couple of big reasons why, however, and one of the biggest is Big Bob Covington. Robert Covington and his fellow OVC mate Isaiah Cannon have really started playing well over the last two games and were the two big catalysts for this offense to just keep it close with Minnesota and Miami. Cannon averaging about 18 points per game in his last two. Covington averaging just over 19. And I think tonight, the Celtics, despite the fact that the Sixers are giving up about 113 points per game to their divisional opponents this year, I think the Celtics could probably keep this one within single digits, and the Sixers could get their third cover in a row. At plus 10.5, with the Celtics coming off the back-to-back with not playing well over their last two games, while the Sixers have been starting to gain a little momentum, I'm going to ride the momentum here. We'll look for the Sixers to cover their third straight in a row at plus 10.5. And that'll do it for this one. Make sure you check out my NBA picks of the day as well. Got a couple of picks on some later games tonight as well. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.